Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Knowledge Hub with Nuri. I am Nuri. So in this class we are going to discuss nouns and types of nouns. In the previous discussion we discussed about what are parts of speech and why we categorize parts of speech into different classes or categories. So there we discussed that on the basis of differences, let's suppose on the basis of meaning or function differences, we classify parts that we use in our speech into different classes or into different categories. So one of those categories is known as nouns. So what are nouns? In this class we are going to discuss that nouns may refer to persons, place or thing, where thing means anything that we can think of. Let's suppose there are some abstract ideas that exist in our mental dictionary or that exist in our psyche. Let's suppose if we talk about love, if we talk about hatred, if we talk about honesty, if we talk about bravery, if we talk about cowardness, if we talk about knowledge. So different things that live in our mental dictionary or that live in our psyche in abstract phenomena, it will also be known as nouns. So here I have given example. Let's suppose boy refers to persons, city refers to places, mobile refers to thing here, and animals or there is a word love. So they may come in anything, where anything means there we may talk about, let's suppose, objects, for example mobile. In things we may talk about animals, let's suppose any animal. In things we may talk about abstract ideas, let's suppose love, hatred and so on. So in this way we can say that when we name things, when we name objects, when we name persons, when we name places, when we name abstract ideas, so that naming process is known as nouns. On the other hand side, we have some other nouns that are very vivid, that are very clear as compared to the above discussed nouns. Let's suppose there is a noun Ali. So if we compare Ali with boy, so Ali is more specific, more vivid and more clear noun that both the speaker as well as the audience or the listener, they are quite sure about that whom we are talking about. On the other hand side, if we talk about Peshawar as compared to the above noun city, Peshawar is more clear, more specific, more particular noun. On the other hand side, if we talk about iPhone, so iPhone as compared to mobile, iPhone is a brand mobile that is known throughout the world, that is known to each and everyone, whether it is a speaker or listener. If we talk about cow again, if compared with animal, so cow is again very specific, clear and known noun both to the speaker or writer as well as to the reader or audience. Next we have honesty. So honesty again comes under the umbrella of abstract nouns. So on the basis of these differences, and then we further goes into the depth of nouns and we classify further nouns into different categories. Let's suppose here I discussed some nouns that are common in a sense that the audience or the reader, they may know or they may not know whom are we talking about. But on the other hand side, if we talk about these nouns in the black color, so these nouns are all known nouns, particular nouns. In this, while listening to these nouns, the readers or the listeners, they easily identify that which places, which things or whom we are talking about. They come out with an idea that these nouns are specific nouns. So on the basis of these differences, we classify nouns into two further types. First one is known as common nouns and second one is known as proper noun. So what are common nouns? So common nouns are basically names that are given to each and every person, place or thing of the same class or group. Basically, these are nouns that are given to each and every place, each and every person, each and every thing of the same group, of the same class. Let's suppose if we talk about animal, so in animal or in the domain of animal, there may come different species. Let's suppose we can talk about dogs, cows, let's suppose lions, and so on. But animal is a noun that is given to each and every type of animal. It may refer to dogs, it may refer to lions, it may refer to donkeys, and so on. That's why these nouns are not specified, these are not particular, these are not known nouns. For example, if we talk about girl, so girl may refer to any girl, that is not a specific girl, that is not a known girl. If you talk about town, town may refer to any town, that is not a specified, or that is not a particular town. If you talk about room, room may refer to any room, that may be, let's suppose, for example, a conference room, exam room, classroom, dining room. It is not known that which room we are talking about, so it is a common room. If you talk about flower, flower may refer to any flower. Let's suppose it may refer to lily, it may refer to rose, it may refer to sunflower. So we are not known which flower is being discussed here. That's why such nouns, where both the audience as well as the reader, they are not quite sure that which nouns are being discussed. On the other hand side, there is a category that is known as proper nouns. So proper nouns are names that are given to specific persons, place, or things. In simple words, proper nouns, they refer to specified or particular names, or particular names of objects, people, or things. Let's suppose there is an example, Hanya. So Hanya is not a common girl. Hanya is a specific girl that both the reader or the audience or the listener, they are quite sure about that which girl is being discussed. Next is university town. So university town, once again, it is a proper name, or it is the name of a proper place, that is known place. So university town as compared to town, so town is could be any town, but university town is a specified town, that is known. On the other hand side, if you talk about conference room as compared to room, so room could be any room, but here conference room is here very specific, very clear. It is a particular room which is specified for having a conference. In the same way, if we talk about rose as compared to flower, rose here it refers to a specified flower. It doesn't refer to any flower, it refers to a specified flower. So in this way, we can say that we categorize nouns into two main categories. One is known as common noun, second one is known as proper noun. So I hope so far the things that we discussed, it should be clear to you. After that, I'm going to discuss some other types of nouns, that how we classify nouns into further categories. Hello once again. So in the previous discussion, we also discussed that what are nouns and what nouns refer to. There we discussed that noun refers to different naming things. Let's suppose they may refer to people, nouns may refer to persons, or nouns may refer to things or objects, or even nouns may refer to abstract things, abstract phenomena, ideas that exist in our mental dictionary or in our psyche. So in this class we are going to discuss types of nouns. So we have two types of nouns. One is countable nouns, second one is uncountable nouns. Countable nouns are also known as countables. On the other hand side, uncountable nouns are also known as uncountables. So what are countable nouns? Countable nouns are nouns that can be counted. Point number one, that can be counted means we can count them if we want, or if we need to count them, we can. Point number two, we can make their plurals. Sometimes as per the context, as per the situation, if you want to change singular into plurals, so countable nouns, they have the capacity that we can make their plurals, we can change them into plurals. Now there is a question that what countable nouns refer to, or in simple words, what countable nouns talk about. Countable nouns refer to objects or people. It means we can use countable nouns in order to talk about objects. For example, a marker, it is an object. Dress, it is an object. Laptop, it is an object. Mobile, it is an object. On the other hand side, it may refer to people. Let's suppose child, it refers to people. Let's suppose girl, boy, man, and so on. So countable nouns are used that refer to objects or people. And now we are going to discuss examples. Let's suppose there is a word marker. Marker is a countable noun. Why? Because we can make its plural. For example, marker is singular. Let's suppose I have a marker, so it is a singular. Now if I want to change it into plural, I can. Let's suppose I have 3 markers. Now it means that we can make its plural, point number 1, and we can count them as well. Let's suppose 1, 2 and 3. So definitely as per our definition, we can say that countable nouns are nouns that can be counted. We can count them. There are 3 markers in my hand. Point number 2, we can make their plurals. Let's suppose a marker, many markers. So other examples we have book. So I have a book, or I have many books. Boy, let's suppose I met a boy, singular. I met boys, plural. Man is a singular. Let's suppose I saw a man on the beach. If I want to change it into plural, I will say definitely I saw many men on the beach. Teacher, I have one best teacher, or if I refer to plural, I can say that teachers are our role model. So in the second example, it is plural. Cow is a singular, cows are plural. Donkey is a singular, donkeys are plural. So in this way, we say that countable nouns are nouns that can be counted, point number 1. Point number 2, we can make their plurals. On the other hand side, we have uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns are nouns that cannot be counted, point number 1. It means if we take uncountable noun as an illustration or example, and if I want to change that particular noun into plural, we cannot do that. Let's suppose there is a word milk. So milk is a noun, but it is uncountable noun. If I want to change it into plural, I can't. Let's suppose I bought some milk at the market, or if I say that I need some milk, so I cannot say that I need some milks, so I cannot change it into plurals. Or even I cannot use a definite article a or n before such nouns. Let's suppose I do not say, or even I can't say I need a milk. I need a milk. Yeah, let's suppose I bought a milk. No, you can say that I need some milk, or you can say that I bought some milk. Next word is the rice. So once again, you cannot say that I want to buy some rices. No, I want to buy some rice. So it doesn't have plural form. So next word is water. Again, you can say that I drink some water, or I need some water. You cannot say that I drink a water, or you cannot say that I need a water. So these nouns, let's suppose milk, rice and water, they refer to substances, because uncountable nouns or nouns that are used to talk about substances or abstract things. So the example that we have already discussed, like milk, rice and water, they refer to substances, where substances means things that we consume, things that we use, things that we, let's suppose, wear, things that we utilize in our daily life. On the other hand side, there is a word love, or there is a word honesty, let's suppose hatred, bravery, cowardness, etc. These nouns are nouns that refer to abstract things. So it means I cannot touch love, I cannot see love, no matter I can feel it, but it is not something concrete, it cannot be touched, it doesn't have a physical body, so it is not tangible. So such nouns refer to abstract things. Once again, these nouns cannot be changed into plurals, and we cannot use in common routine, we cannot use definite articles before them. No matter, in some contexts we can use, let's suppose, an honesty, we can use sometimes definite articles before them, but in general way or in general situation we cannot use definite articles before them. So in this way we categorize or we classify nouns into two ways, that some nouns are countable, on the other hand sides some nouns are uncountable. Hope things will be clear for you in the way we discussed and the way I illustrated you through example. Next type of nouns are known as concrete nouns and abstract nouns. First we will start with concrete nouns. That what are concrete nouns? Concrete nouns are basically nouns that have physical body, or in other words we can say that that are tangible. Where tangible means, or where physical body means, that can be sensed or that can be felt by five senses, or that can be felt by one of the five senses. Let's suppose that can be touched, that can be seen, that can be tasted, or so on. In our daily routine, we mostly face different things that may have physical body, or that may have physical shape, or that can be touched, that can be seen, or that can be tasted. Let's suppose there is an example, a whiteboard. So whiteboard, you can look at this whiteboard. So you can see this whiteboard, you can touch it, you can write on it. So it means it is a concrete noun. Next is laptop. Laptop is, let's suppose, we can touch it, we can take it, it has a physical body, so that's why it is a concrete noun. Next word is honey. Honey means, so honey is also a concrete noun, that it has a physical body. Point number one, it can be seen. Point number two or point number three, it can be tasted or it can be tried. So on the other hand side we have scent. Scent is also a concrete noun. Let's suppose if we talk about the smell of a flower, if we talk about the smell of perfume, etc., so we can use there the word scent as well. But on the other hand side, because smelling is also one of the features of the five senses, on the other hand side, if you talk about scent, scent could be used as a noun in a way that we buy scent and we apply scent on our dresses, even on our body. So it is also concrete noun. On the other hand side, if we talk about smoke, smoke is also a concrete noun, because smoke has a particular color that can be seen, and smoke can be felt as well through our nostrils. We smell the smoke, and we sometimes, without seeing, if we are sitting in a room, so we can say that watch out, I feel a smell, so there may be some disorder in the electric wires, or there may be some short circuit, and so on. So such nouns that we usually find in our routine or that we usually see in our surrounding, these are known as concrete nouns. On the other hand side, we have abstract nouns. Abstract nouns are basically nouns that may refer to anything. Let's suppose that may refer to quality, that may refer to action, or that may refer to state. In other words, abstract nouns are nouns that may talk about quality, that may talk about action, or that may talk about state of something. We usually take these nouns apart from the object to which they belong. What does it mean? It means, let's suppose if I talk about bravery. So bravery is something else and the brave person is something else. So if I talk about the person, I may say that he is very brave person. I always found him brave, or I always find him brave. So on the other hand side, if I talk about bravery, so bravery is a sort of quality, it is a type of quality that is considered apart from that particular person whom we are talking about, or that I discussed in the previous example. So that's why these nouns are taken apart from the things, from the objects, from the persons to which they belong. So these are some qualities. You can look at the title as well. For example, cowardness. So cowardness is one of the quality of a person or even of an animal and so on. So cowardness is taken apart from the person to which it belongs. Let's suppose he showed great cowardness in the fighting. So cowardness here is taken apart from the person that showed cowardness in the battlefield. So there is a word bravery. Bravery is also a quality that is taken apart from the person to which it belongs. Let's suppose he showed bravery in the war. He showed bravery in his decision. So next word is wisdom. Wisdom is also a quality that is taken apart from the person who possess or who have this quality. Let's suppose the king has great wisdom. So wisdom here is taken apart from the king. It is one of the qualities of the king. Darkness is again quality. It is also abstract noun. Kindness is also an abstract noun. So such nouns that are taken apart from the object to which they belong, they are known as abstract nouns. Next we have action. Action is also related to abstract nouns. For example, there are some nouns that are derived from mostly verbs. Let's suppose there is a verb hate. So from hate we can derive the word hated, and hated is word hated is an abstract noun that refer to an action. There is a word love. Love is we can say that it is a sort of conversion, where conversion means both noun and verb they are from the same root. So love could be used as a verb, love could be used as a noun, but again it is an abstract noun. Judgment, it is taken from judge, it is derived from the word judge. So judgment here is an action, but it is also an abstract noun. Theft, the theft also refers to an action. For example, there is the word thief who steals things, but theft is an action of stealing things. So we can say that the thief was caught while doing a theft. Next word is agreement. Agreement is also derived from the word agree, that is verb. So agreement also refers to abstract noun. So such nouns that I have given here, you will find these nouns in a sort of action. Next category in abstract noun is state. That there are some abstract nouns that may refer to the state of things. Let's suppose there is a word orphanage. Orphanage means one who lives in a state of being orphan. So that being orphan or that state of being orphan is known as orphanage. Next word is childhood. Childhood, this word is derived from a noun, that is child, or even these nouns, they are derived from nouns. Child is a noun, and we derive childhood from the word child. So childhood refers to the state of being a child. Slavery, this word is taken from, or it is derived from the word slave. So slave is a noun, and slavery is also a noun, but this noun refer to not it doesn't refer to the person who is slave, but rather it refers to the state of being enslaved. Next word is poverty. Poverty means it is also taken from the word poor. So poverty refers to the state of being poor. Or even there is a word sleep, which is used as a verb, but here sleep is used as a noun, but this sleep refers to the state of being asleep. Let's suppose yesterday I slept a sound sleep. So here sleep is used as an abstract noun. So in this way we can say that abstract nouns may be found in different way. They may be found in a sort of quality, they may be found in a type of an action, they may be found in a type of or in a sort of state. So you can look at the board. These are qualities, abstract qualities. These are actions, abstract actions, and these are state, but abstract state. So in this way we can say that nouns can be categorized into concrete nouns as well as abstract nouns. There are some other types of nouns like material nouns and collective nouns. So first we are going to discuss that what are material nouns. From the very title material, there may come in your mind that what it refers to. Material nouns are basically substances or materials from which we make other materials or from which we make other things. The purpose of material nouns is that these nouns are used as raw materials. These nouns are used as being substances in order to make new nouns, in order to make new things. Let's suppose if we talk about gold. Gold is a material noun because it is itself a material, or it is itself a substance. But if we refine gold, or if we want to transform gold, so we can transform gold into different other materials, like we can make different types of ornaments, we can make different types of jewelries from gold. If we talk about silver, silver is also a material noun, so we can use silver to make different types of ornaments that especially women wear. We can make bracelets, we can make earrings, we can make some other ornaments from silver. So copper is also a material noun, so we can make copper wires, we can make electric copper wires, etc. Wood is also a material noun. We can make doors, we can make door panels, we can make window panels, or we can make furniture as a whole from wood. Sand is also a material noun. We can make lots of things from sand. Let's suppose we can make lots of pots, and we can use sand while we build homes, buildings, etc. Cement is also a material noun. We can use cement to make different things, like to make, for example, cement blocks, to make walls, to make even roofs of the houses, etc. Stone is a material noun which is used especially in building, or which can be used for other purposes as well. Metal is also a material noun. We can use metal to make different things that we use in our daily lives. Plastic is also a material noun. Plastic can be used for making bags in which we carry things, or plastic can be used, let's suppose, To make markers, we can use plastic in different ways. Glass is also a material noun. We can use glass to make different things, like for example to make window glasses that we use at home, to make different types of mirror, let's suppose rear view mirror, wings mirror, or even windshield for cars. So we can use glass even for a container in which we drink water, and so on. Cloth can be used in this way. It is also a material noun. Cotton is used to make, for example, cloths, or we can use cotton to make different types of bandages or other things that we use, for example, in medical field. Milk is also a material noun. Milk can be used, or it can be transformed into different other things. Let's suppose we can make yogurt, we can make buttermilk, we can make whey, we can make curd, or even we can make ice cream, etc. from milk. Paper is also a material noun. We can use paper to make different new things. So in this way, nouns that could be used as being raw material in order to make new things, such nouns will be known as material nouns. On the other hand side, we have collective nouns. Collective nouns refer to a number or collection of things or persons that are taken as a whole. Taken as a whole means that we refer to that particular group, we refer to that particular collection as being one, because they share same characteristics, they share same traits, they share same features. That's why we say that they are taken as a whole class, I mean. For example, if I talk about parliament, so parliament is a collection of parliamentarians. When different parliamentarians, they come together and they join an assembly. So that particular assembly or that particular place where they meet for a specific purpose is known as parliament. Next word is jury. Jury is also a collective noun, because jury refers to a number of or a collection of judges who meet or who sit at a court in order to solve different problems of the people, of the masses. Next word is nation. Nation is also a collective noun, and it refers to a collection of people, in common way. Army. Army is a collection of soldiers who fight for the cause of security of a country. Fleet. Fleet is a collection of ships, or fleet is a collection of vessels that are used for a specific purpose. Let's suppose that is used for cargo, etc., or for war purposes. Next one is herd. Herd is a collection of sheep, or it is a collection of goats. Swarm. Swarm is a collection of bees taken as a whole. Next word is flock. Flock is also a collective noun, and flock is a collection of birds. So in our daily routine, we see these different nouns, or we see these different groups in our daily routine, and these particular groups are named by specific nouns, and these nouns are known as collective nouns. Next word is team. Team is a collection of or it is a number of players who play for a certain country, who represents a specific country. Mob. Mob is a collection of unorganized group or group of people. It is known as mob. So in this way, when we think of, or when we use in our speech, or when we use in our written form, a group of people, a group of things, even a group of animals, a group of birds, and we take that particular group as a whole, so such concept is known as material noun. Well, in previous discussion we discussed about what are the different types of nouns, and how and why we classify noun into different categories. So next we are going to discuss that what is gender and what is the gender of nouns. As you know well that mostly we talk about different sexes or different gender. Sometimes we may refer to male sex, sometimes we may refer to female sex. So on the basis of these distinctions, we have different types of nouns that are specified, or there are some nouns that may refer to both of the genders, I mean male and female. So on these basis, we classify nouns into further different categories with respect to sexes, I mean with respect to gender. And the word gender is taken from Latin word genus, where genus means type or sort. So in simple words, that which gender do we mean when we speak or when we write? The first gender is masculine, where masculine gender refers to, or it denotes, or it talks about male person or animal. Let's suppose there is a word in example boy. So boy refers to male gender. There is a word father. Father refers to male gender. There is a word lion. Lion refers to male gender. There is a word bull. Bull refers to male gender. So on the basis of these differences, we classify all these nouns into masculine gender. On the other hand side, we have feminine gender, where feminine gender stands for, or it refers to, female person or female animal. So whenever we talk about female persons or animals, we have to use nouns that belong to the feminine category. There is a word girl. Girl refers to a female person. There is a word mother. Mother refers to female person. There is a word lioness. Lioness refers to female animal. And there is a word cow. Cow refers to here female animal. So in this way, we can differentiate between masculine gender as well as feminine genders. In next category, we have common genders, where from the very title common, we may know that there are certain nouns that can either refer to male gender as well as female genders. It means it can stand for both male as well as female. So in the examples, you can look at the whiteboard that I have given some examples that may be used to refer to male gender or female gender. There is a word child. Child may be used to refer to male or female child. Parent. Parent may be used to refer to mother or father. Sibling. Sibling may be used to refer to or to talk about sister or brother. There is a word student. Student may be used to talk about male student or female student. There is a word teacher. Teacher may represent male teacher or female teacher. In the same way, cousin may refer to male cousin or female cousin. Servant may be male servant or female servant. There is a word thief. Thief may be male or female. Enemy may be male or female in persons. Or person may refer to male person or female person. Infant may be male or female. Baby may be male or female. Monarch, let's suppose there is a king or there is a queen. So there we specify male gender as well as female gender. We use king for male gender and we use queen for female. But monarch is a noun that is known as, or that we put in the category of common gender. Monarch can refer to king or monarch can refer to queen. So in this way, we can say that these nouns are put in the category of common genders that at the same time can refer to male as well as female. In next category, we have neuter gender, and once again from the very word neuter, it illustrates that there are certain nouns that refer to things without life, or that talk about inanimate things. Let's suppose there is an example pen. So pen is an example that refer to thing without life. Or let's suppose there is a marker. Marker is an example of neuter gender. It doesn't have the male or female characteristics. Why? Because it is inanimate thing. Book is also a neuter gender. Chair is also a neuter gender. It means things in our surrounding that exist without having life. So we put all these nouns, or we put all such nouns into the category of what? Neuter gender. So on these distinctions, we categorize nouns into different categories on the basis of gender differentiations. I hope from this lecture it should be easy for you that why we specify different nouns in order to talk about different genders. Let's suppose male gender, female gender, or even common gender or neuter gender. In next category, the nouns that we are going to discuss are partitives, or you can also call them partitive nouns. Before this, we have already covered one types of noun, that is uncountable nouns. So if you remember those nouns, that uncountable nouns or nouns that cannot be counted. Let's suppose if we talk about liquids, for example water, oil, etc. Or even we can take the example of grains. Let's suppose rice, bread, wheat, rice, beans, and so on. Even we can talk about bread or cake or chocolate. So there are some nouns that are uncountable and we cannot make their plural forms. So what is the criteria where in discussion or in writing, when we want to refer to those nouns, but in that particular situation we want to mention a quantity of those nouns. So there are some situations where it is necessary to mention that how much of that particular noun we mean, or how much of that particular nouns we need, or how much of those particular nouns we demand for. So while referring to the quantity of those particular uncountable nouns, we have some other nouns that are known as partitive nouns or simple partitives. So what are partitives? Partitives are basically nouns, or you can call them partitives, that describe a part or quantity of something. Let's suppose if I take the example of water. So water is uncountable noun. If I refer to a particular quantity of water, that let's suppose how much water do I need, or how much water do I ask for. So in that particular situation, definitely I will use partitive nouns. Let's suppose a bottle of water, or I can say a glass of water. So a glass or a bottle, these nouns are known as partitives, or these nouns are known as partitive nouns. So where to use partitive nouns, or how these nouns are accompanied by other words. So partitive nouns are basically used with other nouns for which purpose? To show or measure the shape, size, movement, or amount of something. But here mostly we refer to amount of something or quantity of something. For example, how much do we demand for, how much do we need, how much do we mean, while referring to uncountable nouns. So definitely the context will be cleared by using partitive nouns. So in which shape or in which physical form can we find partitive nouns? So partitive nouns can be found, or it may exist in the form of words or phrases. Let's suppose a box of, so a box of, here it is a phrase, or a bar of, for example a bar of chocolate. So a bar of, it is a phrase. On the other hand side, we have a dozen of eggs, let's suppose. So dozen is what? Dozen is a single word, or it is a lexeme. So in this particular context, we can say that partitive or partitive nouns, they may exist in the form of words, or they may exist in the form of phrases. So now there arises a question that what is the purpose of using partitives or partitive nouns? So partitive nouns are used in order to provide means to count uncountables, where uncountable means uncountable nouns. Here from this particular statement, it is already clear that whenever we want to change uncountable nouns into countable, or whenever we want to measure the quantity of uncountable nouns, there definitely partitives or partitive nouns will help us out in order to know about the quantity of those particular uncountable nouns. So what about the usage of partitives or partitive nouns? Partitive nouns are used before non-count nouns or uncountable nouns. It is already cleared, I have already mentioned that before uncountable nouns, definitely we will use partitives or partitive nouns in order to know about the quantity of those nouns that we want to refer to. Let's suppose how much do we mean, how much do we require, or how much is demanded or asked for. So in that situation we will use partitive nouns in order to make it clear that I need, let's suppose I need a loaf of bread, I bought a bar of chocolate, I have a bottle of water, I eat a scoop of ice cream. So we have lots of examples of partitive nouns. Here I am going to mention the exact examples where we will look at those examples, and there we will cover the core context of the partitive nouns, that why we use it. In order to master partitives in a better way, I have given some examples, and you can look at the examples. I have mentioned the examples into two different colors. So one is red and the second one is blue. So red one that represents partitives or partitive nouns. On the other hand side, words in blue color, they represent nouns that are modified by or that are referred by partitives. Let's suppose a bottle of water. So whenever we mention water or any liquid, juices or water, so there we can use a bottle of water, a carton of milk or a carton of juice, a glass of juice or a glass of milk or a glass of water, a jug of water or a jug of lemonade, etc., a cup of tea or a cup of coffee. You can talk about even a mug of tea or a mug of coffee. You can say a can of Coke or a can of beer or a can of any soda water. You can use a can of soda, a jar of honey, a jar of jam, and so on. You can use a bowl of rice. You can say a piece of cake or a piece of cheese or a piece of pie. You can say a slice of bread, a slice of pizza, a loaf of bread, a bar of soap or a bar of chocolate, a packet of biscuits, a packet of chewing gum, a packet of crisp, etc. You can say a box of matches, a box of cereal. You can use a tin of tuna, a tin of soup, a tin of beans. And there is a difference between tin and can. Can refer to soda water or liquids like beer, Coke, etc. On the other hand side, if you talk about cereal, grains, even foods in the form of let's suppose meat, fish, etc., there you will use a tin of tuna, a tin of soup, a tin of beans, a kilo of rice, a kilo of sugar, a kilo of meat. You can use a tube of toothpaste, etc. You can use a gallon of oil, a gallon of petrol, a gallon of diesel, etc. And you can say a bunch of banana, a bunch of keys, even you can say a bunch of flowers, etc. There are lots of partitives and partitive nouns where you can use different phrases, words in order to refer to the quantity, that how much of something we require or how much of something we need, how much of something we mean. So definitely there we will use partitives or partitive nouns in order to make it clear for the audience or reader that how much or what quantity do we need or do we mention in our speech. I hope you have covered all the things about partitive nouns. Thanks for watching. I hope that the ideas or concepts that we have covered about that what are nouns, how they give names to things, people, even ideas, abstract ideas. And on the other hand side, you might have covered that why and how we divide nouns into different categories or into different parts. So there you might have mastered that how we refer to different genders with respect to nouns, and why we use nouns into different category with respect to gender, and so on. After that, in next video I will mention that how nouns are formed, for example how nouns are derived from other words, from other morphemes, and how nouns are changed into plurals. So if you want to clear those concepts, so must watch my next video. Thanks for watching.